on the right. And before people freak out, I'm going to go ahead and switch the teams to the top so they're not messed up. Of course, I have to rename SK to Juice. I'll just do it this way. Do you see the lobby?
Yes. I do.
So go ahead and
Got arena tank as hell. The jingle hell, in fact. Again, we got quite a few skins on the board for tonight. Incoming Harvest playing Odin. Gets to make up for that terrible performance he played in that second game. I don't know what he was thinking hanging around in the fountain all game. Oh, well. So, the game is just starting out. This is the finals of the MyRevenge Cup 4 tournament. It will maybe be a best of 3, it may be best of 1. There are some server issues at the moment. Introducing on the Juice side of the gaming, Allied, Shing, Harvest, and Anantoli. Playing Agni this time around. Anantoli seems to be playing an awful lot of gods. That's just interesting for me to point out. As for ProCore Gaming, this time around onto the red team on the north side of the map, we have Sturmies, Sparks, Zapman, Potpourri. I like that name. It's a bit cute. And Arena Tank. Whoa! I just got a tremendous boob shot there. As you know when you're standing too close to the wall and you click the god?
Yes.
Yeah, that happened. That happened.
And it is our Christmas hell.
It is very jingly indeed. Maybe we'll see some early invasions yet again.
Fit Christmas hell. One hellish Christmas.
Well, hell has some weird, like, lore behind her. Mainly that she's a maniac and related to Loki. That's never good. Hell, one of my favorite gods. Me not. There goes that boob shot again. Me not. I'm not like a huge Christmas person, so it feels wrong to see a hell, like, my god, in Christmas stuff. But hey, I'm not going to be one of those Grinch guys. Hell's already making do that, saying that she's going to kill everyone and eat their bones, tripling up on the movement speed. This is the first time round I've seen this maneuver pulled off. Whereas Agni going in against Sturmies and Potpourri, dashing into them. You can see he's taking a lot of damage there. I would probably see that as a huge risk maneuver, but it seems to be doing them a lot of good as Odin just sticks around for long enough to do a lot of damage against Potpourri. He's still poking around here. That mana buff, who's that going to go to? Anantoli gets it. Okay. Incoming over dash.
Looks like Anher's going to go down, and he's taken out for the first kill. And Sturmies is low health as well. Is Sturmies going to pull off a kill here on him? Yes, he does. Anantoli versus Sturmies left. Sturmies being burnt down to death. Is Anantoli going to get one more hit in on him? Or is Sturmies going to manage to get away? We're looking for a dash from Anantoli.
Early on.
Oh, and there is none. Sturmies just gets away. That is just a 1-to-1 trade-off on both teams there.
But on the left side, Zapman is also going down pretty fast. He's low health. Allied and Shing, Artemis and Guan Yu have done a lot of good on the left whilst we was busy watching that early engagement for the blue buff. Darn, a lot of stuff going off early on, but not huge 5-man ganks this time round, at least.
Nice fights at the buff area. Oh, Allied thrown back into the tower, taking 2 hits. Uses his Aegis, but still stuck. 3 hits, 4 hits from the tower. And Guan Yu has been taken out already. Allied loses a life. Nice maneuvering there by Zapman and Sparks and blocking him off, just forcing him to take that tower.
Please explain to me why he threw that minion.
Don't know.
That was a celebratory throw.
Just nice maneuvering here on both of them. Shin going down, thrown back by Sparks again. Low health already. Minions hitting down, but not enough to finish him off. They're going to trap him around. This could look like the end for Shing. He needs one more hit. Is Zapman going to get it?
Oh, he's going by him.
Oh, and he's gone. Wow. ProCore is just pulling off some nice attacks here right now on them. Let's head on over to the right side and see if we're going to get some more action here. I just want to go into the game and go, can you match the left side's combat?
That is a Sobek. Can't stay too close to the tower early on. He will throw you in there. It's just that kind of thing that Sobek wants to do. But that was certainly fun. We got Agni and Odin teaming up on the right-hand side. One of the chains missing from Sturm is there. Any interesting items we got seeing here? No meditation, surprisingly, this time round. We do have a creeping curse. We've not seen one of them too much. Wukong got that with a Heartseeker too. That's Zapman over there on the left. So, also Heartseekers. No Heartseekers for Team Blue. Just Juice feel like they're going to die this game and they won't be able to use the stacks. I think that's reasonable. Wouldn't you say so?
Well, it's definitely look at it. If you don't feel like you're going to be able to maintain that Heartseeker, there's no point in getting it from the beginning. It might give you a little bit of an advantage, but you lose that gold for having to sell it, and it's not much gold back for the amount it costs. So,
Aegis there on the right.
Pre-planning ahead of time is also very useful. Right now, it is Harvest and Anatoly here on the right, and do they both have Aegis already?
Harvest and yeah, everyone on Juice have Aegis.
Yes, all of Juice is already prepared for the Ares ultimate, it seems. Ready to block against it, as well as a couple of them picking up Sprint ahead of time. So it looks like they were prepared for that fight. Back to the left side, they are pushing them again. Right now, ProCore is up by about a level. I mean, they didn't gain too much of an advantage from those kills, it seems. And they probably just haven't gone back to buy any new items at this point. They used the opportunity.
Kills at level 1 are fairly much like minimal amounts of XP. It's just nice to get them out of the lane. It's not so much the kill which gives you the XP, it's just getting them out of the lane. It looks like they know that there's going to be action on the blue buff, and they're going to intercept that. The blue buff has gone out for a jog again. Ignoring the blue buff, however. Big engagement going down here as the monkey toss actually goes back and forth between Shing and Allied. Incoming Hades, though, followed by Hell on the red team. And we're going to get a big engagement here. Oh my god, Hell.
Sparks taken out. Wukong jumps in with ultimate. Zapman is going to be taken out.
Eating this up so much. Zapman Aegisers, but we just know when he's popping out of that. Hell's going to try and play a janitor now, though. I believe she might be able to even get this. Yes, there goes Guan Yu, but not going to be able to take out Jerby as too much. We don't have enough mana for that. So perhaps if we did have the mana, definitely go in on that.
So the match gets left with our two mid characters. They come in from the mid just to clean up and then have to return. Jerby heading back to the mid first, it seems, also with the health advantage. Interesting choice of fight there. It is now 4 kills to 6 kills. Even trade-off there on the side.
Yeah, Hell was certainly a big help just coming into that fight. Following Hades is 100% thing the correct do. If you see someone in mid wandering off, you follow them, find out what they're doing, and because of that, she was able to equalize in some way. But on the right-hand side, I'm not seeing too much confrontation over here. Like, I think someone just died. Completely missed that, though, during that big engagement over the blue buff. But certainly a lot more happening on the left-hand side, a lot more aggressive plays. Certainly from Juice's perspective with the Artemis and Guan Yu. Artemis going the Executioner's Axe as a second item. Also, just a bit about the boots, by the way. I don't see many players actually going for the tier 3 boots just because it's 800 gold around about there.
At this point, it might not be worth it. You can get an extra plus 10 speed if you want. Maybe not plus 10%, but an extra plus 10 speed from the stats if you want to purchase it there. And I think that's what a lot of them might be doing, is purchasing that.
Really failing to neglect that now. You can buy individual stats, and something like that is a big change. You don't have to get those boots. You don't have to get the certain breastplate of value you want. You can just buy the stats right up front, certainly when they're really cheap, like the movement speed.
Yes, definitely. And if we, on both sides, ProCore is purchasing Mystical Mark for that 30 true damage, which is quite a big change from last time. And Harvest is losing health, but stunned by Anatoly, Sturmies was, to back off. But like I said, the Mystical Mark is 30 true damage for its passive, which is quite strong to where it was previously. And looks like both sides plan to use it for those close-up battles.
It was definitely very much broke in the PTS of the first one, but it's
That's because you could buy it right away.
yeah. That was the problem. It's really strong then, but will it be making much effect as their second item? They did get the Mark of the Vanguard, which is only $750, so they'll be able to get that somewhat faster. The question is it going to be paying for itself in effectiveness later on? Is it me or are the buffs acting a little bit strange? They're kind of wandering around a bit.
Well, they're just getting a daily jog in, that's all. We just got some jogging going on.
Well, we got Harvest and Sturmers going at it with their backup teammates. The pull does work, and then the Aegis afterwards. I feel like Harvest actually wanted to use that travel to get to him, but then wanders away, realizing that maybe being here is a bad idea with Anher ready to impale.
It was a nice stun, a nice pull by Ares. And Sturmies did a nice job, but Anher had nothing ready to maintain that situation and to finish them off. So it didn't get used as well as it possibly could have.
There was an Aegis like afterwards. I think that I heard an impale sound, but that's all in the past now. I can't recall those memories. We haven't spoken much about middle as well. We got Hades and Hell going at each other, and I'm not too familiar with this matchup, really. I see.
Well, both have the ability to heal themselves. Hades heals himself using his Blight and one attack, while Hell obviously just has her regular heal. So I think they're just basically facing off against each other, just maintaining their health and stuff, and we're not getting too much place in this middle fight. They're going to rely on their teammates coming in to support for the gank, but both characters have a tankiness to them in some
coming gank. Zapman is here, and Jerby is really far out. He decides to ult up, though he's got no minions to heal off. Wonderfully placed ultimate from Zapman there after Jerby. Oh, the dash and jump follow. Not going to be getting out of there alive. Artemis was ready to pick up here and try and be a bit of a more friend. Not here in time, though. Zapman is going to make his escape. This has got a damage buff. He just got that about a minute ago.
I mean, that was a nice move by Zapman. Once again, there's another prime example. Hades' ult goes off, Zapman stays in, and just deals the damage instead. It didn't seem to take too much damage from the Hades ult, and I'm not sure what that reason was.
Hell will be able to heal Zapman even in there, so 2 heals. Probably gonna counter that ult in terms of like the amount of damage it deals. 2 heals versus 1 Hades ult should be alright. Looks like we had something happen on the right hand side. Double Aegis there. Sturm's trying to pull them into the tower. Agni went down though. Yes, Anatoly there with the Noxious Flames just to sort of bury himself in. Incoming Zapman though to redeem the right hand lane. Odin just jumps out of there. The monkey toss bounces between both of them. With a fairly damage resistant Odin and Guan Yu. Naturally, I think Odin yet building damage. I think I want to know if I get this number right, but I think he's got 475 life. I'm also trying to memorize how much HP people start off with initially.
Well, Potpourri on her did manage to die over there a little bit ago before Ares pulled in that kill on Anatoly. But so it was a 1-to-1 trade-off there on the right-hand side.
Yeah. Anatoly coming round, maybe going for Hell. No, coming back round. Oh, he's just placing some wards down, I believe. Perhaps. There are Juice has wards down on both left and right-hand side now, so excellent coverage for them. Anatoly going in on Sturmis. Sturmis is dangerously low, and incoming Odin from behind as well. Gonna pick up this kill. Hell yeah. And Sturmis wasn't paying attention to his back. And is like, whoa! Surprise.
Yeah, it was nice out of position there for Ares. He had no teammates with him, usually he would. And it seems Zapman comes in and does a nice cleanup on Anatoly. And while Harvest is gonna have to run now from this case.
A lot of guys converging into the middle from all teams, but Anher continues to push that tower, which Harvest is going to respond to. So 1 tower down on the right-hand side for Juice at the moment. And Guan Yu, what the hell is this? Allied? I think maybe he got mixed up with where the safe parts are on the map. I saw this actually recently in a random game I spectated. Some guy was just running assuming that he was running to his friend's base, but then realized he was running to the enemy's tower and gets killed by that. But sometimes you just want to get killed by a tower instead of a guard. But I believe you still get gold if the tower kills and you had recently hit them. Is that the case?
Yes. If you recently hit them, even the tower kills, it will give you the kill at times.
I thought so.
Gold Fury is being taken by 3 members of ProCore right now, while Anher is being chased by Juice quite a bit. He uses an Aegis underneath the tower to provide some protection. Gave him enough. Harvest Anatoly possibly out of position, but his team members are coming up to support, and the middle lane might have a battle confrontation here soon. Juice is spread out.
Arena Tank as hell cleanse the enemy. So friendly. Interesting. It doesn't really do anything, but it does make pretty particle effects and might blind them, making error in their judgment. We'll see how that works out for them, though. In the meantime, we have a lot.
Man jumps in on 3 of them, using his monkey to deal some damage. His teammates, though, are off elsewhere, not able to help. And Sturmies is out of position again, by himself, not doing any support in the jungle. I'm sure he's trying to get around and try to get a quality position, but he's not there to help initiate any fights.
Slowly and painfully going to be taking the jungle camp. Could possibly be there for some time with Ares anyway.
Here comes Sparks into the fight against Hades. Dives in, and they're dealing some nice damage to Jerby. He's already used Aegis, manages to get away there, and no one able to chase after him, so quite good.
Going straight into Xing as well, but doesn't manage to get away. Wow, the speed from hell using that sprint to actually catch up and be aggressive on that one. Incoming Sobek all the way around here. Guan Yu is recalling back. He doesn't want to play. That's maybe an incorrect thing to do. There's 2 guys here they could take out. They're neutralizing their traps. Artemis going back as well. So an interesting back there. I guess maybe ProCore Gaming can't really do anything to the towers by themselves. There's no minions there. And they just saw that they couldn't do anything.
People on ProCore's got to deal the damage. It's going to have to be most likely Wukong or Anher dealing tower damage. Odin used his ult but dropped it immediately when Sturmies just let the only one shot in there. I'm not sure what the reason for that was, but they's backed off and no confrontation.
A lot of cautious sort of play from Juice, I would say. Not going in on that engagement on the left-hand side. Lots of wards down as well.
Not typical of their play to back off so often, but
it is ProCore though.
Yes, and ProCore is challenging team. They did play ProCore last week in the finals, so they probably learned some of their play from that. We have a nice fight going on here at the Fighter Giant. Sturmies goes down to them on her left against 3 of them. 4 of them actually. On her jumps away trying to escape. Odin follows up. Harvest chasing after him.
Some teammates to run to though. Zapman.
Sprint buff helping them. It looks like they are going to stay here. And here comes Zapman and Sobek into the fight. Zapman leaps in ahead of time, ulting Harvest, but with no avail. And there goes Jerby ultimate.
I think I saw like 2 Aegises in there. Jerby dangerously low. Everyone's just scattering into the jungle now. Anha's backing away. Hell's going to stick around though and stay for the long duration of the fight. She can sustain herself, but running low on mana. Sparks is chucking Jerby back. No, Jerby still has his Aegis though, but it's definitely not going to survive that kind of tail whip power. Great play there. Taking 2 kills. 2 kills for ProCore Gaming. No kills for Juice on that one.
This week we are seeing a lot more Aegis usage in the matches. They're being popped left and right to stop a lot of damage. It seems like it's a new part of the metagame. I mean, not only are you wanting to stop Sturmies and his ult, but it's being just used just to stop general damage as well. Everything's about opportunity, and I guess they give their team an extra second to get to them. It can be very helpful. Zapman's going to come in here and support Sturmies to scare Allied back away.
I think one of the main reasons for that might be because of the focus introduction. A lot of gods which do stuns now need their focus, do the full duration of the stun. So something like Purification Beads, as I was saying, I love the item, it will get you out of the stuns, but I'm still thinking in the last patch where the stuns are going to be very long, especially for something like Anubis or Anha. But now, the Aegis. You just wait for the stun to go off and Aegis up. So Fire Giant, big engagement. It seems like ProCore Gaming get the Fire Giant.
Ultimate by Sturmy's Shing. Shing uses the Aegis again. There it is. Sturmy's low health is going to be taken out by Jerby. And Jerby uses his ult, and is Sparks going to make it here? He's the only one left taking them, so they are going to stop him. Throwback by Sparks. Jerby is stuck. He's waiting for a chance. Oh, he didn't use the chance to escape. Instead, he's going to try to finish him off. We got an exchange right here of heals going between the two. And this is just a slow, excruciating fight right here. And there it goes. Jerby goes down. That was a slow exchange of damage.
It's a deicide. It's a tragedy. It's what all teams don't want to happen to them.
I mean, Arena Tank basically sat there and said, "Hey Sparks, you continue taking him. I'll just heal you." That's what we just saw.
That was pretty much the power of hell, hey. Actually, let's check my...
The Gold Fury also going to be going to ProCore. They're just going to clean up the major buffs right now on the map, giving them an additional gold advantage and power advantage. You're looking at a 9k lead in gold right now. 9,000 gold lead.
Advantage. One of the things that I found is, like, the reason why Hell is still too strong in this patch is because a lot of the items she would naturally get have focus on. So it doesn't really change her build so much. She can just get the same stuff, get the same damage out there, and protection. It's really hardly any effect to her. Whereas someone like Ymir kind of has to go out their way to go get the focus. Yeah. If they want to try and build tanky.
It's very true. And Sturmy's brought Harvest down to just like an inch of health there, just by himself. So Harvest already had to recall again to go back and regenerate some health. Not looking good if you're running a tankier character such as Odin and just losing health that fast to a man like Ares, who's right now has built 2 auras. And for all those watching not sure, just remember that Ares auras do give him plus 40 magical power per an aura, so he's got 2 ranks in that passive right now.
Oh, going down on the left-hand side. Looks like there was a colossal gank on him. All 4 ProCore Gaming just hanging around there, now moving in on this tower. Again, we're 20 minutes into the game, and you see that movement as a team composition, just going in, taking those towers out individually, and just going...
Zatman trapped by Harvest. And gets away to the last second. He's trying to run away, but he's trapped here between Anatoly and Harvest. Will Zatman manage to get away? And this is going to be the end of his Heartseeker if he doesn't.
Perfectly timed jump there from Zatman as well. And Harvest is cutting his losses, saying, "I'm not going to be able to follow that one."
Yeah, and he towards his teammate,
he's luring him into the team.
Nice heal there by Hell to bring him into a safe zone. And it looks like both Allied and them Juice is pushed up against their base now. They're taking down this final tower. They're not even going to come up and try to stop them.
And I think that is the call to go back away. Everyone's alive and grouped up for Juice.
So
and
ProCore is not recalling. They're just going to push the other lane right now. I thought they might have been going down for Fire Giant. I didn't think it's time yet, though. It should be up here soon, but it's got another minute or 2.
Silly me.
One more tower still to go.
Oh, as soon as he throw Hades just ults up. Guan Yu going in there as well. With this, everyone crazy ult time. Aroni. I think though blue team has managed to take out Zatman, and with Zatman out of the picture, that's a lot of damage gone. He did have a Heartseeker, but no more at least. Shin going down there in the tower. No one really particularly cares about this tower. It's just no big deal. We're going there. We've got health. We'll heal up.
Jerby going down. Oh, it managed to get away just a little bit health. Now they're going to focus the tower and just finish it off here before they go make a push. Fire Giant is not back up yet, but should be
about this time. Yeah, I mean, it's great that they were managed to kill 2 for 1 there, but there were so many losses of tower. And in addition to that, the Minotaur is under attack, and we lost the Phoenix, of course. So we're going to at least have 1 person defending this left lane. And usually, like, you relegate the person who's got the lowest level or lowest amount of gold to go defend. It's much better. That person here is Anatoly, so wonderful. I like to see stuff which is done right. That's how to do it. As for ProCore Gaming, though, what do you think their next step will be in this game to actually go finish this off? Because it's still not quite over. I know, like, you still have to take out all of the towers.
Well, ProCore's heading back. Sturmies is still building his third passive aura there, so he's waiting for that extra damage there. But most of them are getting there towards a top end of their item build, and they're closing in. And the Fire Giant has come back up, so their next step is obviously let's initiate this fight at the Fire Giant, which is about to occur right now. And whoever wins this fight is basically going to be pushing it in for a big push right now.
This might be the last fight. Juice have to get this one right. Otherwise, that will be over for them, I feel. They are already quite far behind in levels as well, which is very significant, especially against a Hell. The levels just do so much in terms of damage.
It looks like ProCore's actually drawing the fight away from the jungle area. Prefers the more open lane combat here.
Easier to keep track on where your Hell is at the very least, and no line of sight blockers for the moves too.
And there we go, initiations by all of them, ultimates everywhere. The first one going to go down is Arena Tank Hell. They focused him, and he is out.
Oh, this looks good for Juice.
Juice is getting Sturmies down, low health as well. Sturmies trying to get Allied down. He's going to with the chains. Hades taken out along with this.
I think Potpourri may have actually got that one. He continues to follow Shing, though, pushing him into the tower, and the surrender.
Oh, no.
Did the minions kill it?
The minions killed the Minotaur. The minions killing the Minotaur there. Unless it was either a surrender or the minions. I wasn't paying too much attention there, but it looks like their health was actually all the way brought down. They forgot about the minions, did not provide their cover there. And that was a surprising ending there. So they are going to play the next match. They're going to do picks and bans real quick here. So we're going to get that for you all. And we'll just continue on from this point on. So that was a nice match, but if they can jump in with no problems, was I think the hot fix that came in by Hi-Rez did solve the Q issue. So we look like we're going to jump in really quick.
Well, they're doing picks and bans here, in fact, in the chat.
Yes, this looks like where it's going to be.
Oh, no.
Nope, they're pulling out.
Let's name these files for the videos on demand later.
So very nice fight. We're going to see this. That's the first of best of 3 going to ProCore Gaming. Next up is the second match, and we'll see if we have similar builds or if they decide to block each other in some other way. Some little music while we're waiting.
Ah, nice good old scratch. That's exactly what I need. I like that one. That was I still felt like Juice could have come back from that. I know they were quite far behind, but they had like one engagement there which said, no, they can pull this off if they just get those good engagements.
So do you think we'll see Juice ban Hell this time right away?
I think there is definitely someone going to be banning Hell. We're not too happy with that one. Hell is just absolutely fantastic. You can see that even if you, like, usually if you don't have someone with a good enough heal, which is, like, Guan Yu's heals are pretty pitiful. I wouldn't rely on those ones, although apparently in this, is it this patch where you can actually get the 300 heals and stuff?
The full what heals?
300 heals, like 5-second cooldown. Or is that on the test server?
The Guan Yu can definitely get his heals in.
Yeah, that could be pretty painful. But anyway, I was talking about Hell. I forgot what I was saying now. I've lost my speaking train track. My train of thought.
They are doing picks and bans right now, so hopefully we'll get those here shortly and be able to give them to everybody. And then we'll get rolling with the second match.
Hell yeah, Juice can have their revenge. In the MyRevenge tournament. How fitting. I would have liked to have seen maybe not the minions kill that Minotaur. But yeah, certainly, like, if they could have just picked off some of the strong targets, they did in that last engagement. The Zatman died there. That was such goodies for them. If they could, I don't know. I just can't see them trying to kill Hell. It's too difficult to try and pick her off. especially when you're like 4 or 5 levels ahead of the rest of the team. It's the amount of focus fire you would need would probably expose you to so many other things. But that's why you have to kind of play cautiously and wait around, wait for a mistake. I see a lot of random games where like tanks will just run in and try and initiate an engagement and then complain about the rest of their team for not going in. It's like, you can't do that. You can't just run in and start an engagement. You have to... There's a thing called positioning. It exists. That the word itself exists because there's a reason for having it. You've got to have good positioning. You've got to have good timing and all those sort of elements to make this delicious cake, which you can just chow down into, and then all of a sudden you go and take out and wipe out all those towers. So
everyone watching, thank you so far today for taking a moment. Let's bring down some music so we can make sure we hear a little bit. Okay, there we go. This is Shoutcast. Thank you for joining us today. Or Smitecast. Sorry, not Shoutcast. This is Smitecast that you are watching here at twitch.tv/Smitecast. And pretty soon we're going to have our website up at smitecast.tv. Thank you for joining us today. Our CEO is Alakite. He is not able to join us today again, but we want to thank him for starting out this project, which is a networking of the Smitecasters, bringing you the best in show and Smitecasting. Today I am JKKennedyTV. I am your main host, controlling the camera and talking, along with Inuki here, who's along with me, and as some of you know him. And his Twitch is some of you. Everyone of you should know him because he's in here right now. Hey, just some people know me. I mean, that's all. I mean, come on. All right. He's twitch.tv/INU_KI. So if you want to find him there and follow him there. But make sure, since you're here on Smitecast right now today, follow us. We're going to try to consistently bring you some of the biggest and best tournaments, events, matches that are going on in the Smite community, whether it's a regular season match, a scrimmage that the people want us to cast, or whatnot. If you've got a tournament or a match for us to cast for you, contact us, schedule it with us, and we will get somebody on top of that for you. We're going to try to provide you daily content of Smite casting of some of the top ELO, so be sure to follow our channel, watch us, in order to learn a lot more. There are others of us, though, are involved. Cooper's along with us, as well as Bays, and I already said Alakite's with us, and much more. Siori also casts with us, and he casts actually. He's been doing most of the daily casting that's been going on. If you have previously stopped by, so it's just follow us, look for our schedule, and look forward to the future of Smite casting as the game progresses. Some people,
yeah. About the tournaments, though, I like the tournament's my favorite thing to do because that's where I really get to edit lots of videos. So, hang on, I got this. Yes. Yeah, I still got this.
For those who do not know Inuki, he just put up a link and stuff. Very good video graphical editing going on with the.
I heard hesitation there. I
was thinking of the word to use. I couldn't think of the word. Video, graphical, editing, shingamabob, that stuff out there. So, very quality out there. Get out there and watch it, and you'll be amazed about what you see he's doing. And hopefully he brings an extra touch that are out there, that's not out there on videos right now, and you can find at his channel. So
I'll be doing the same thing as the last tournament with this tournament, and if you're a team, by the way, I know there's Arena Tank in chat. If there's all the other teams here as well, do send in, get in touch with me. Get your logos in here because that really helps me for video editing. You'll notice that you're up here on my little circular disc of death, what I like to call it, and it really looks like unique. I don't just do this for the viewers as well. I like to make the players feel like they're a part of something special as well, which is. It does really feel good when I get the players come up to me and like, oh yeah, I want to get this picture here and stuff like that, and it looks already custom made and fantastic. I like to delude myself into thinking, of course, but
very much. Well, it's very much a quality you might see done on a high-end production. I guess you could say it. Honestly,
really?
It's not like you're putting in just flat PNG pictures and stuff into there. You've got the whole introduction of what gods they're playing and their names and stuff like that. very much what you might see when you're watching a TV broadcast of a show, I guess.
That's why it's Inuki TV.
Inuki TV. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I look at it, people. The internet out here, we're trying to bring you top quality. He's trying to bring you top quality. We're trying to bring you top quality. The internet is the future of TV, and you all viewing it today are part of the start of that movement. So when you're looking for what to watch, when you come to watch us, that shows we very much appreciate it, that you are help pushing forward this movement of a new way of broadcasting, a new way of watching things. So the best support you can show us right now is just by clicking that little follow button there. And that way we know, increasing our numbers, that we've got people out there who support this movement and support Smite casting in all ways possible.
Did you just declare war on TV?
Oh, I declared war on TV a long time ago.
I don't want to be a part of this war. I'm not fighting fit.
I don't have a TV. Let's be honest here. I don't have a TV. I've got 2 monitors that I can turn and face towards my couch.
I mean, what if the TV people come around and they're like checking out people who work for the internets and are like, oh, you don't have a TV? Well, you're definitely criminal then, and then they beat you down.
Actually, the TV people have come to my door like, we're doing a survey to see what type of TV you're watching in the household. In order for us to do this survey, and they like list off things, they're like, you must have X amount of people living there, must be someone under the age of this. I'm looking at them going, well, I'm the only one that lives here, so I definitely don't have a kid under the age of this. And beyond all that, I don't have a TV. And they're like, oh. Well, we'll go now.
A while ago, I had a certain representative of a certain internet company come round and say he could offer me better deals. And it was like a really long, prolonged conversation of just trying to get the actual details of what connection I can, like 10, 20 megabyte. So he ended up having to call someone up to find out more information about the stuff. And he said, like, these were the words, I can get you a better deal on your internet, and then followed it up by the facts of I would be getting worse internet. Oh yeah, so you can save money if you downgrade.
Yes.
That's not helpful.
I can get you a better deal. I need the higher end internet, dude.
Salespeople are strange. And they also take advantage of the fact that I have a very difficult time saying goodbye to people. So I just end up sitting there talking for ages.
I just don't open the door anymore. I got a little peephole in the door. If they're sitting there holding a like clipboard, looking at something, and I see on their shirt like who they're part of, and just like don't answer the door. That's what you do. You just gotta learn to ignore them.
Top 3 mid players: Toot, Fabio, and Fabiano. Fabio's old. I think there's some trolling going on in chat. Actually, with this whole stream delay thing, it's definitely hard to get in on all the chat action because, of course, I read something and then you hear it 3 minutes later.
Oh, we are going in, and we've got bans and picks. All right, it looks like we have first pick. Juice had first pick and first ban. So Guan was banned by Juice Gaming, followed up by the ban by PCG of Bacchus.
Notice no hell ban.
No hell ban,
Juice
but
gets
look, yep. And then first pick by Juice Gaming, of course, is Hell.
Oh, we're gonna see some payback. Hell yeah!
And then followed up here is, of course, let's see, Hell and Ares. There we go. Okay, so for the full matchup, Juice has Bakasura, Ares, Hell, Odin, and Vamana. Bakasura is an interesting pick here to put in. And then on the ProCore Gaming side is Potpourri, Zapman, Sturmies. Wait, why am I reading the people? Anher, Wukong, Agnes, Sobek, and Raw. I just called the players of ProCore Gaming are now the gods.
I do that.
Why am I choosing?
Oh, choosing?
I can choose the gods.
Really?
I in my god selection, I'm able to click on the gods.
Maybe some sort of like commander god, and we can be the commanders on opposite teams and sort of lead
I
our
shall
minion
command
gods.
the gods.
That's an interesting idea for a MOBA. I always thought that maybe they should do like a management team thing. But hey, let's get in this game and introduce it. Welcoming the second game between Juice and ProCore Gaming. Now, I did the last introduction. Kennedy, I want to hear your super sexy voice. Do it this time round. So, attaboy, go.
All right, welcome to the second match, boys and girls, of the, what is this, MyRevenge Play for Smite Cup number 4.
You're doing good.
We're doing well here. Play for Cup number 4. We've got Juice Gaming versus ProCore Gaming, following up the first match where ProCore Gaming comes out on top against Juice. And this time we have a different set of picks and bans. Hell was very advantageous to ProCore Gaming. So Juice comes out on top with the first ban and gonna get first pick in the god. And of course that first pick is Hell in order to prevent ProCore from getting it. So it leaves us with Harvest, Shing, Jerby, Allied, and Anatoly over there on Juice Gaming side playing for our blue team. And then over here on our red team is Zapman, Potpourri, Sturmies, Sparks, and Arena Tank. And we've got a nice matchup going on and getting started here. We've got 3 people for the ProCore side staying over here by the first speed buff, like they're going to go grabbing for it, while the others are scoping out their buff areas to ensure safety.
Now, instantly, the first thing I pick up upon, 2 Heartseekers, Wukong and Anha for ProCore Gaming.
And not only that, but Doom Orb over on Hell.
And not only that, but 3 creeping cursors. What's going on? Has everyone had a mental breakdown?
Look at the second game is going to be all about the quick initiations. And if you all remember last week in the MyRevenge tournament, ProCore won the first, well, I think they won the first game, and then Juice won the second one, if I am not mistaken. So
I missed out on that finals.
We'll have to see if that if this second match carries over. Juice plans to come out a little bit strong or not.
Whilst those guys were getting the movement speed on ProCore, Bakasura comes round and gets the cooldown right underneath their noses. So really a close call on that one, not being caught out. But wow, I'm expecting maybe this game to be a lot quicker than the last one. We'll see how that goes, of course, but just a very different choices happening already. So
Hell is in the middle against the Raw, and something Juice did a couple weeks back, or maybe it was just last week actually, against a Raw versus Hell middle, is they threw on Raw. Oh, I can't even think of what the item is right now. It's, what is that pyramid looking item? Do you remember what it's called? I hate to say the caster, I can't remember it.
the pyramid item,
The one that stops the healing.
the brawler stick.
No, there's a one for mages too. We'll see if they pick it up or not.
Oh right, yeah.
I can't even think of the
I
item
realized
right
that
now.
they added a mage one, but I've not really seen that one.
It's
yet,
very
so.
few used. It was used last week. First time we had ever seen it, and hardly anyone uses it, but it was very effective in stopping Hell from being able to heal in the middle, giving a nice advantage for Juice. Of course, it could be that this time it gets turned around, and we'll have to see if Raw plans to pick up that item when he comes back. And I did not turn off the music, so let's make sure I turn that off for everybody.
Well, we got a Harvest and Anatoly this time on the right-hand side, going Ares and Odin, an interesting combination. Agni and Anha. I think Agni and Anha works pretty well. If you can get a Noxious Flames off, you can easily throw down that obelisk and then impale them against it. I've done this before. It works fantastic, but it requires you to play an aggressive Agni. Whoa! We get Shing down on that right-hand side. Allied is left-hand side, rather. Allied is running back to his tower using his sprint, and a lot of minions to take out here, surprisingly enough. I wonder what happened there.
I managed to see that. What happened with Bakasura that he went down? Did they just catch him off guard, or?
Yeah, the mana did get obtained. The Zapman, the Wukong, has the mana. So I'm assuming they went back for the mana, and unfortunately, Sparks is giving a taunt there with his Pirate Sobek skin. So yeah, there was definitely some catch-out action. Oh, throws that Bakasura and knocks him out of the tower. But don't worry, Shin can jump back in there and heal himself up with his consume ability, just eating those minions and then spewing them out at a later date with his ultimate. What's going on the right-hand side? I see there seems to be light engagements happening over here, just constant harassment with the Agni and Anha.
Notice something that's playing different there on the side with Sobek and Wukong is instead of playing back a while and letting Juice push up and get underneath their tower, giving Sobek an opportunity to throw back, they decided to play aggressive this time.
so aggressive. I see that Sparks is just not concerned at all by the tower, just moving in against Xing. Xing could have
ultimate by on her onto Harvest, not enough the damage to finish him off. Harvest jumps up to avoid a little bit of the damage, and their tower is now being pushed up by ProCore.
ProCore, very aggressive. They are keeping these guys in their towers.
You know, it didn't pay too much attention to it, but you realize right now that Sturmies is playing Agni.
Sturmies playing Agni?
And,
Really?
And Anatole Juice Gaming took Ares.
I think I know what happened there.
So not only was Hell picked on Juice's side, but so was Ares, and which was the very next pick actually. So it's very interesting to see that reaction into the play as well. I have not seen Anatoly play Ares too often, so I'm not sure how well he can do. If he knows how to play him, that's great. We'll have to find out.
I don't think I've seen Anatoly play one god solidly. He's just all around like jack of all trades guy.
It could be very true. Oh, Sparks ults and takes a hit from a tower. Not going to deal any damage, just gets a little bit of mana regen. Not as effective as it should be. Focus has actually changed Sobek's attacks a little bit. A lot of his abilities do have a focus attached to them. Now, Allied thrown back again.
Out there, but he just dashes back. Oh, no, he cancels his dash, turns round, and actually makes that man stick around for a bit longer. Is he going to be able to get him, though? Surely that man could...
Creeping Curse. Oh, double Creeping Curse from both of them throwing it down in order to ensure safety.
Oh, that's the Creeping Curses being used, and the Heartseekers are up for Anher and Wukong on Team Red. It's... If they don't get killed with their stacks on at some point, especially after their second death as well, later on, you got to remember they can still get the stacks after the first death. It's not going to be...
Xing is level 5 now. He's going to have to pull off some kind of ganks here soon in order to make Bakasura useful. Definitely needs to get out there and get those quick kills. Bakasura is definitely... He needs to feed as well as possible. Not feed enemies, but feed on enemies.
As soon as those Heartseekers are fully stacked up, many anti-pleasurable moments for Juice Gaming.
Anatoly coming up behind on her and Sturmies. There goes the ultimate on Sturmies, who pops the Aegis.
Nope. Denied, very much denied. Then turns around and fires a few of the abilities as well, trying to get that stun against Anatoly, but he dodges. Odin! Just missed the lock-in against Sturmies over there with the Agni. This battle is just occurring all over the place at the moment as everyone's jumping around, capturing people. It's hard to get a lock.
I can just imagine Sturmy's thought going there. Don't play Ares against me. I know exactly how he works. just preparing for him. Just sitting there just running through his mind.
Not only... like you can be strong with a god, but when you play against that same god, you know exactly how it works, how to do it. And that makes you better as all of the gods, knowing what annoys that specific god.
Zapman's losing some health right now to Allied. Sparks trying to stop him. Nice throwback. Gonna give him the opportunity.
Mentally dodging that Desert Fury.
But Xing did die in that whole confrontation. We missed it right there at the last second. But Xing did not make it through. It's another death for him.
Currently playing the feeder role of the team. The two deaths. Wiping out those minions with
he did not pick up Heartseeker, so he's not losing any gold in that aspect. Harvest got to go down, burning right now. Is he going to make it away? He makes it away with just a tiny bit of health. Sturmy's not able to get that last hit on him.
Close call, but this tower is going to go down though. A few minions left. I don't see why Potpourri is not hitting that tower a bit more. You're going to stick around for a bit longer, but hey ho, you don't have to play 100% perfectly. It's better to play much safer than it is to try and shave off a bit of tower damage and then find yourself that someone's come up behind you, snuck around there, and killed you. So, can't argue with that. It's definitely going to get it at some point, just not now.
Xing is hurting in the leveling aspect of the game right now. He just recalled again without getting much experience. I'm not sure what he's planning on doing. He's level 6, and the rest of his team is... We got Harvest at 7 and the rest above, but... Bakasura is definitely hurting him a little bit.
It's going to be difficult for ProCore, Juice Gaming rather.
It's a bit confusing when Ares is on Juice's side, right? As well as
It
Hell and
really
Rascal.
is. It really is. I keep looking at him. I'm just expecting to see
And
Sturm.
a fight here by the Gold Fury. Allied ults into big baby form, slamming down on them all.
Ain't dying.
Zapman taking some health. Nice!
Nice there from Arena Tank. That was an unexpected target. I thought he was going to probably go for the mana ulting.
Zapman pulled in by Anatoly, and Zapman ages, but he's not going to be able to take the damage. No one to finish him off, though. Anatoly stunned by Agni, chasing after them for the kill. He's getting himself out of position.
He needs to be careful of his kaleidoscope vision. Certainly.
Jerby as Hell takes out on her in the distance there, and Sturmies gets stuck there with Agni. Very mad move. Should have known that Anatoly could have put those
We've
chains
got
on
one
him.
more engagement though. Ra and Sobek, they want to run away instead of go and confront that Hell and Ares. But there's also Zapman over here as well, as Wukong, playing the same god again, by the way.
And it looks like
That'd be interesting.
Arena Tank is going to stay out here right now instead of recalling. I want to say that at this point he's wasting too much time running around in the jungle. Maybe recalling and buying some items real quick or spending some gold would have been a better choice than just getting back in lane than spending so much time walking around in that jungle.
Had to recall quite a lot because of the such aggressive nature of ProCore Gaming on that left-hand side. Just going in on that tower as well. That's just really bold of them to do that. So, unfortunately, Allied not really able to do much there. Bakasaur is over on the right-hand side now, clearing those buffs out. Perhaps... hang on, I got to do the zip on my trousers. Not that I was doing anything conspicuous, I just forget that my trousers are broke.
Okay. Arena Tank going to go ahead and take the red buff for him. I'm going to continue talking at this point. Over on the right side, we do have a confrontation going on, but recalled out. Harvest and Anatoly just moving over towards the middle lane.
The gold is sneakily being... The mana knows it, though. An incoming Hell as well. Ares and Odin on the way, but I think that's going to die way before that. Will Sobek... No.
Big baby formed by Allied, losing some health, going up against 4 of them. Jerby's there with Hell to provide some coverage. And once again, there's more just proof there for you that Hell is just a strong god for support purposes, providing you with clearing out CC and healing you while providing some damage at the same time. Very beneficial, and it allowed in combination with the big baby form of Amana, just giving him a time to escape.
I have one question there. I was kind of shocked that all the Desert Furies from Anha, his ultimate, actually hit Allied, and some of them seemed to miss, but there was definitely connection there. Was it because he was in ult form? Does that increase the size of your hitbox?
I would say it probably does increase the size of your hitbox from when I've played. I mean, it's easier. It's definitely easier to hit him. But the Gold Fury was still up at the time, so he might have been hitting the Gold Fury instead of. Oh no, he big babied afterwards, didn't he? So.
Oh no, all the shots were going against Big Baby, yes. Vamana. He hates that. We should stop calling him that.
Why stop calling him? He's Big Baby Vamana.
He is. He is. He needs a big diaper. Why isn't there no skin like that? Oh, I can see it now as well with a little pink pacifier and stuff. Oh god, I'm giving ideas to Hi-Rez now, and then all of a sudden people are going to hate me. Because, you know, gods, games, that can go badly. But anyway, going off negative stance. I'm seeing all ability items purchased. It's just straight away. I guess it's because they're really cheap now and they're so effective. Stuff like sprint, and it just adds so much utility to it.
I want to comment on that. We do have Aegis in there on both teams. Throughout the whole thing. I mean, the only person who doesn't have Aegis is Bakasura, Xing. I
wonder why that might be the case that he has 2 deaths.
I think Xing's whole plan for his choices was Hand of Gods and the Creeping Curse. Hand of Gods because he was going to plan on using the jungle. The new experience in the jungle is quite a bit. And then Creeping Curse, obviously for chasing somebody. It's very good for Bakasura to have that Creeping Curse to get a lot of kills. He just hasn't had that many opportunities for the ganks due to his deaths and falling behind. It looks like he has managed to come back up. Xing is now actually ahead in levels, ahead of Anatoly. So he has managed to come back up and match up his experience. So we might see a different gameplay from him for the remainder of this game.
Okay. Still, we need some opportunities. That's the thing you pointed out. Opportunities to gank. And especially when he's 2 levels behind someone like Zatman, who probably won't even care about a gank.
And there goes the tip right now, but he has to run because Sturmy shows up to support. And that's the biggest problem right there is Bakasura goes down to Sturmy's. Bakasura is not only needs opportunities, but he almost needs that solo opportunity. He can't be having to go against 2 different players. He needs that sole player out there by himself, and ProCore is just not providing Xing that any chance to run into that. Every single time he initiates, there's a second person.
An interesting cleanse there from Joby. I think he was expecting a sort of throw there from Sobek. They're moving around to go take the damage buff, and they should easily go grab that. There's hardly any of blue team around in the area to stop them from doing it. And I'm just interesting to see like what the overall strategy now is going to be. I like judging from the positions of everyone, it seems like ProCore, like the last game, want to be the first to initiate the big team engagements and win them. Of course, no one goes in and goes, guys, let's do big team engagements, but lose them.
Well, and it's always a question about who should initiate first on which team, where is our opportunities, and I don't know how much these teams are out there practicing situations, but between being in the lane, the jungle, your positioning around is very important between who's going to initiate first, who you're going to target. And it changes based on how the gameplay is going. I mean, if we look at things right now, Xing can deal out a lot of damage, but he's definitely someone you just want to, you can easily burst down very fast. So he's a certain player that in a team fight kill a Bakasura really quick, and you eliminate that major damage, and he's an easy kill to eliminate their numbers with, so he's not such a nuisance in that aspect. But like Big Baby Allied is... that sounds kind of mean. I'm calling Allied a Big Baby, but
he won't be happy with that comment.
Big Baby Vamana is something that's like you almost don't want to continue attacking if you're in a team fight, because you might, if you can't burst him down in a few seconds, then you're wasting your attack.
Do you really want to go get this Gold Fury? I feel like it's going to be bad times for them as ProCore Gaming know exactly what's happening. They all come in. Lots of ults off. Allied gets into Big Baby form. As we're speaking, gets healed up by Jerby. They giving chase. That's Xing down. And that's... who's that down?
Harvest being chased by them. He's going to go down. They're not going to worry about the tower. Harvest loses health. Aegis by Potpourri to reduce tower damage, but gets hit by it another time. Not enough to really worry about. And yeah, they got out Anatoly.
That's the one. I keep expecting Sturmy's as Ares. Damn it.
Yeah, Anatoly on Ares died very quick. Taking a look how he's built. He's only built right now.
Ooh.
Nice
Bye-bye hell.
And tower taken out as well.
That was really clean.
He's level 11 right now. 1 death, 1 assist as Ares. And has built Mystical Mark. Obviously the same strategy that Sturmy's goes when playing Ares. Obviously effective, but he needs to start getting a bit more. I'm not sure where he's spending his other gold. It could be possible that he has actually spent his money either on stats or in some other form, because he spent 750 on the starter item, and then he's got full tiers on the Mystical Mark, as well as the 250 gold ability items. So there's some gold there missing somewhere, whether he's holding on for a big purchase or he's been spending on stats. I'm not sure. He might have been buying speed stat.
Ra will be spiraling out of control as well. Played by Arena Tank. We've got Doom Orb as his second item. I just saw him by the Wall of Absolution too. So a bit tanky as well with the Void Stone and the Tank Boots, which will reduce the duration of stuns against him. I just like 2 Heart Seekers and a Doom Orb. How do you survive that?
Well, Hell still has her Doom Orb as well, and
that will be down now. She died. She dead.
Yeah,
she's alive now.
It's true. Jerby's Doom Orb has been reset, and still using it. So I'm guessing planning to get it really quick back up again. It's not sure if that's going to happen.
Well, blue team is grouping up. A laser right through the wall, but Joby just heals that right up. There is no Sobek and Anher for this fight if they decide to go in. Juice, though, don't know that just yet. They've got a few wards littered around the place. I think, yeah, now they will see that it's going to be a full-on 5v5. A big engagement in the jungle. Whoa! Wukong seems to have missed a few people there. But incoming Agni takes the flame dash, cutting off the retreat. Everyone has to run through that fire, by the way. That was a really good path of flame.
Sturmy's managed to survive. Anatoly chains him there to death. Anatoly left alone against all three of them. Zatman comes in for that kill. And it looks like a forfeit in this match.
Now that one was definitely a surrender.
Side. Yes, a surrender. Deicide against the Juice team. So that ends the second match. It was best of 3, so that's 2 wins for ProCore out of the 3 games, and I think that about does it for them. So
I think that last engagement was
the final
a bit
straw.
all over the place.
Yes,
like, everyone was everywhere.
I'm not sure if they were just hoping to maybe pull out something or what was going on, but this brings us the finals of MyRevenge Play for Smite Cup number 4. ProCore Gaming versus Juice Gaming, just like last week, except for this time the wins went to ProCore in the first 2 matches right away. So that gives ProCore the final overall win of this week's tournament. Next week's tournament is going to be the monthly finals, so tune in for that. This is Smitecast here with JKKennedyTV
And Inuki.
And Inuki's along with us, and